I know my stepmother is attracted to my husband, and I laughed with my father about it when he confronted her, and I've never been happier. My stepmom has always made herself the center of attention since she entered our lives when I was 12. When I grew honker and felt insecure about myself, she assured me I'd never have to worry like she did because my chest would never be as big as hers. For context, she's a HH cup. At her and my father's wedding, she made sure that no one else was allowed to look pretty, even going as far as forbidding us from wearing any makeup besides eyebrows and chapstick. In contrast, she wore a full face and got her hair done up while we were all forced to wear slick back low ponytails. I never liked her, and even more so now. She's calmed down over the years, but there have been moments that just make me glad she's not related to me by blood. When I met my husband and started bringing him around, she turned into a completely different person. She used to wear cardigans and big sweaters all the time because my dad and she had a weird "it's only for your father to see" type of thing going on. Whatever. Not my marriage, not my problem. But when I brought him around, she started wearing deep V-neck shirts, tank tops, tube tops, whatever she could to show the girls off. I remember one night after dinner with them, my husband looked at me and laughed and said, "God, those things are gross. They're like veiny balloons." I knew she was doing it for his attention because if he wasn't around, she'd dress like she used to, but if she knew he was coming, she'd make sure they were on full display. She even started trying to compete with me and wanted to set him up with one of her friends, but she'd always write these things off as jokes. It was always, "I was a cheerleader. Op was always so mousy and boring in school. How'd someone so outgoing get stuck with someone so introverted like her?" Or "I can always set you up with one of my friends. You seem like you enjoy mature women." My dad even started calling her out and telling her to get a grip. Last 4th of July, my stepmom really brought out all the stops. She wore a stringy bikini to our family barbecue and just kept trying to knock me down a peg. My dad and I were fed up when she said she'd find my husband a better wife as a joke. My dad unleashed onto her, asking her what qualifications she had when she was a crappy housewife and couldn't even cook oatmeal. He said she's not even fulfilling her wifely duties in bed and that they've been dead in the sheets for months because she can only get wet for a man who's got no interest in her. She cried for days and threatened to leave him, and he welcomed her to do so, but I think deep down, she knew she didn't have much to offer, so she stayed. Their marriage was rocky after that, and even now, they're still together because my dad likes to keep up appearances, and my stepmom doesn't work, has no education past a high school diploma, and likes the cushy lifestyle my dad provides. But when my father and I talk about her, we laugh. Even now she still tries to subtly get at my husband and he laughs at her too. He shows me her texts telling him how cruel my father is to her and how she wishes she had a man like him. Honestly, since that day, my life has never been better. I laugh at the woman who turned me into a joke for years. It even brought me and my father closer. If I can be honest, I hope they never divorce, so I can laugh at her till her last breath. I don't tell anyone, and I oftentimes pretend to be sympathetic in front of others about her, but when it's just the three of us, we laugh our asses off at her.